Our story begins in a city called فتاه, where a homeless child was running from the shopkeeper he stole a few loaves of bread from. Despite looking like a boy, he was actually our heroine, Nina, who lived with her two homeless siblings, Saji and Colin. They had been together since their parents died from the plague 5 years ago. Every morning, they would wake up and look for someone to steal from, so they could find food for the rest of the day. Among the things they stole today was a bracelet with a boost stone, the same color as Nina's eyes. Colin said to her, "I don't understand why you hide your eye color. It's beautiful." But Saji replied, "Do you want slave traders to take her away, or what? It's better that she stays like this." Then Nina went and made them something to eat, which was really bad, but what could they do? They had to endure it. Despite all this, they weren't upset with their lives. On the contrary, they always wished to stay like this forever. Her brother Colin, the little boy, was very sick and his fever wouldn't go down. Since they had no money, they couldn't get him a doctor. But Nina held on her other brother Saji and said to him that she wouldn't return unless she had a doctor with her. So she went first and tried to steal anything to pay for the doctor, but she got caught. She got a beating and refused to go home because she didn't know what to tell Saji. At the same time, we saw strange people standing on a high hill. They were talking about the princess's car that had an accident, killing everyone inside, including the princess. A few days later, Saji asked me to meet him at a place on the outskirts of the city. When I arrived, I was surprised to see people coming from behind her, and of course, she wasn't expecting anything because she trusted him. But she was shocked when Saji told her to forgive him because he had to do that. She realized that these were the slave traders everyone in the country was talking about. And she kept screaming and calling for Saji, thinking he did this because Nina couldn't get medicine for Colin. But she didn't know that Colin had died and Saji, to gather the money for his burial, had to sell Nina to these people. As for the people who bought her, they weren't slave traders or anything. On the contrary, they brought her something that would change her life and turn her from a poor thief into a royal princess. They tried to dress her in new clothes. The gang thought she was a boy, but when they found out she was a girl, they said, "Wow, you're exactly what we need." We learned that the gang leader is the king's son. These are his guards, and he is the brother of the princess who fell from the hill and died. They need to find someone of the same age as her, and she must have blue eyes like hers because this princess was known for her beautiful blue eyes. Her name was Alicia, and she was being prepared to be the wife of the heir to the kingdom of Galda, which is a neighboring kingdom threatening to invade if they don't marry the princess. No one in the kingdom can know she died, or it will be a disaster. As for Prince Azar, the princess's brother and the king's son from his first wife, he told her that from today, her old life is over. From now on, she will be a princess, and indeed, they took her to the palace. The servants dressed her in a wig the same color as the princess's hair and completely changed her appearance. But the problem is that even if her appearance changed, Nina is still running around the palace, yelling at people, and not only that, but she's also stealing anything in front of her. While running in the palace, she found Azar in front of her, and he told her she had to act. From now on, her name will change, and she must forget the name Nina. She has only 3 months to become a perfect replica of Alicia, so she must start imitating her way of speaking and her movements, so that no one in the kingdom discovers the truth. After that, she will marry the prince, and they will inherit the throne. However, the queen didn't see it that way and tried to mock her, belittling her appearance and mannerisms. She asked Nina to perform a famous dance that girls do when they turn 16. Since Nina didn't even know how old she was or what this dance was, she was about to confess the truth and tell them that she was not the real princess. But Azar quickly intervened, telling them that she had not yet turned 16 and still had time to master the dance. When the meeting ended, the queen asked Azar to bring Nina to sit with her in her chamber, but he refused, saying that Nina needed to rest so that her secret wouldn't be revealed. And that's the first part of the story. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell icon to receive the second part.